Hey everybody, it's Ringy Worm. We're about to get back in the swing of things doing videos again. I apologize, it's been a couple weeks since my last video. I've been a little bit under the weather, and then the holiday season, it's just been difficult for me to get a video done. But I thought today we would start by doing a collection video, since so much in my collection has changed over the past year, and it's 2017, so why not do a new video and do an update on all the things that we've added to the collection and all that type stuff. And then we'll start the year off with a different video that I haven't done yet. We'll start with some statues and whatnot. But today's video, we're going to focus mostly on what has changed about my collection. So hope you guys enjoy it. I appreciate all the likes and shares and the comments that I've been receiving recently. If you want to continue to do so, please hit that like button. It goes a long way to help me out. And guys, please, like I've said, feedback is much appreciated. All right, let's get started. Alright guys, so this is my office, and a lot's changed since the last time I did this video. I've added so much to my collection that it's hard to cover that, and you know, I'm trying to think about what new videos I can do and whatnot to post to the channel, but I thought today we would just update the collection since it's 2017, and I thought that was important. So let's just start off with probably the biggest change in my office. You guys remember that used to be some artwork right there on the wall, and I've actually just changed locations of that to right there behind my my chair. But we added the TV. I just felt like I needed something more, and since I'm doing my videos down here, I need two screens to do that in, so I just added that TV to the little backdrop. Left the Fortress of Solitude up there. I did not have Batman, I think, in the last video. I did have Superman, but we've added Batman and Wonder Woman, and now I have the battle-damaged armor Batman, which I'll do in a later review. But right now, that's what I've got up on my top deck there in my cityscape. Added some, I kind of moved these from the case over in my light up case because I just didn't have enough room for everything. And if you guys remember in my last video, I said that I don't care for Marvel as much as I do the other characters, so I got rid of the other characters because I just didn't have the space, and I kept those three right there, and that was it. So I moved pretty much everything in the case over here. Didn't add a whole lot to this shelf, I don't think. I added the Nightmare Bat right there, action figure. I think I may have added Deathstroke right there in the back, Harley Quinn and whatnot, and then of course the one of the bad guys from the Dark Knight Returns cartoon. Anyway, so not a lot's changed there. There's my and I don't even know what to call them. They're the anime versions of the I guess you could say the Teen Titans, or the Sirens, or whatever you want to call them, but Birds of Prey. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. Really like those figures. They're just statues. They don't pose. More for adult collectors and whatnot. And then I have my Adam West Batman tribute there. Not as big a fan of the Adam West Batman, but I figured since he passed away this past year, I would definitely honor him because, I mean, it was a big deal for me growing up, and I did like that particular show, but it's not my favorite Batman. Anyway, not much has changed there, or there, for that matter. I moved these over here. I kind of went on a Transformers kick this year, so because I went on that Transformers kick, I bought the entire series, and I bought the movie, and obviously I bought Wonder Woman this year, so I kind of added those DVDs. And then those are my Robotech figures I showed in a different video. I went to Salt Lake Comic Con this year again, and I added Lois and Superman from Superman the Animated Series. I actually love these figures, and I'll probably do a video on them later on, but pretty awesome figures. Not too bad a price either. So they're just basically a lot like the original toys, but just much more articulated and whatnot. See, over here, had to change some things around. So I got a better version of Wonder Woman, or excuse me, Supergirl, and I showed that. And I moved her into the main case. And then I bought a new Batman from the Justice League, and I'll show that really quick. And I apologize for the bright light. It doesn't show quite like that. But I bought that. It's pretty much my Justice League shelf now. And I love that scape right there with all that type stuff. Wonder Woman kind of in the lead. I've got the mother boxes back there in the back. I moved the Superman from over here. Excuse me, try not to go too fast. And as you can see, I added a ton of Transformers, so I just didn't have the room that I used to have, because you guys remember where all those evil Batman bad guys are. I moved them over here. So, I mean, I literally added Jazz to the collection. This is not actually a licensed figure. It's a third-party figure. I added Sideswipe to the collection, Blue Streak to the collection. Not the Blue Streak that I prefer, but definitely a good one. I added Prowl and Trailbreaker to the collection. I'm really super happy about that. And then my favorite additions to the collection, I added the Dinobot. So these are fans toys, just like this big bad boy right here. So that's a Fan Toys Phoenix, also known as Skyfire from the Transformers world. The stickers on these guys, if you look, they do have Autobot stickers. So does Trailbreaker right here. But they're not actually licensed figures. I had to add those figures. But I have a Slag from the cartoon and a, let's see, Sludge from the cartoon. Love those figures. Very expensive, but definitely worth the addition. And they're huge compared to a lot of the other Transformers too. That's one thing I like about the Masterpiece line, is they're so accurate, in my opinion, to scale. So obviously Ultra Magnus is massive, but the Dinobots are equally massive. And then you have a Skyfire, which towers over them all, and the scale is just absolutely phenomenal with these Masterpiece Transformers. And I added that's the background that you guys saw me doing my other Transformers videos in, and it's been pretty fun collecting this year. So some things that I've added to my collection, I got these two here, the Battle Damage. Here, I'll open up the case here. Gotta move that out of the way. So I added the Battle Damage version of Batman. You can see he's got the face torn off, whatnot. And then my wife bought this, and it wasn't a licensed figure either, but it's a pretty awesome Bruce Wayne from the opening scene of Batman v Superman. So that is in my collection now, Tech Cal. As you can see, I got the his grappling gun from Batman v Superman, and I got that for putting together a collection of different action figures. And of course my Dark Knight Batman, can't beat that. And then I got Wonder Woman, and I bought this third-party cloak, and it's pretty awesome, so I put that on her, and I think that just does it absolutely awesome justice. I also added some different Transformers as well. I have I added the two Seekers, which I'm trying to get the third one right now, but they're just expensive, and I don't really want to spend that right now on them. And then the cassettes, and I got these for a killer deal. Otherwise, I would have bought them with Soundwave, but I couldn't pass up the deal that I got on those from a guy that was selling them here, not too far from my house. And then I got really nostalgic, and I got into some of my old Transformers, and I pulled out Optimal Optimus, and I can't remember what the other one, the Transmetal Optimus from the Beast Wars, so I added that to the collection shelf either. I gave MPO1 Optimus his own shelf. My first real Transformer collection, Masterpiece collection, that was the MPO1. And just so you guys know, all the Transformers are based on MP10, so he really doesn't fit in scale with the other Transformers, but definitely worth keeping a hold of, and I added him to that case. So just some changes there. My Hot Toys RoboCop there, pretty awesome figure. I added Harley Quinn, which I did a review on, which I'm actually going to do an update review on that one, guys, because I just was getting into my Hot Toy reviews, and I didn't know how I was going to do them, and I like how I'm doing them lately, so I'm going to redo that figure. I'm also going to redo the Wonder Woman figure. I may redo some of the other ones as well. My Batman from Dark Knight Rises and Catwoman. I haven't done either. I haven't done the Batman review yet. There's my original Superman costume from when I was a little kid. Not a whole lot's changed over here. I moved those down in the case. Let's see, what did I add in here? I did add this Supergirl right here, which I showed you guys in an earlier video. Didn't really, like I said, change a whole lot. I added the Evil Superman, which I did the video, and I kind of loosened him up in the case a little bit, so I put Terrence Stamp in with him instead of the other way around. I felt it was just better over here. The Justice League, which you just can't beat. And then I've got kind of my take on the Justice Society of America instead of just the, you know, Shazam is coming out next year, I think. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And then I moved down the Armored Batman. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I think I added both those Batmans to that case that you can see right there. But that's pretty much all I added there. Moved these around. I don't have lights down there, so I do apologize. But that's just kind of my miscellaneous shelf. It's got things on there that I want to collect, but don't necessarily want to display. I'm going to start doing some of these statues, like I said before. Thought it'd be pretty cool to start doing those instead of just the action figures. These are statues as well, guys, so I'm going to do that. I may even review some of those comic books because they're pretty awesome. And if you guys want a great comic read, any of the Crisis series, but this 52 series is pretty dang spectacular too. If you want to read that, you can even get that on Audible through one of the websites. So that was pretty cool. Again, my original Superman from 1986. Pretty much the reason why I started my fascination with the Man of Steel. And then finishing up with my Kotobukiya Superman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman. Not my favorite characters, but I love those statues of the new 52. I think they did a really good job on that. So that's pretty much my collection as it stands. I've got, oh, that's my dog bed for my puppy Strider. He's my little buddy, so he comes down here with me in the morning. Oh, I added a couple other things over here. I forgot. So, I don't know if I mentioned this in another video. I don't think I had this when I started doing the videos, but I added Ed 209 from NECA. It's not my favorite piece. It doesn't have a lot of articulation, but it is pretty cool, and he does have sound. So if I can find the button here, maybe not. It's just a hard button to find, so I played around with it for a second. So pretty cool. He's got pretty accurate voice box. My kids got this for me for Christmas. I wouldn't have bought this for myself, but I was super happy when they bought this. And it lights up, and it's pretty dang spectacular if you ask me. And then, of course, I've got R2 and C-3PO. Kind of my 80s nostalgia shelf, if you will. Just about everything on there was from the 80s except for the TIE Fighter over there, which is more of the original movie. Anyway, I moved some of my figures up there just because I didn't have a lot of room in the case. And then I added also to my collection this year the Commander Shepard and Miranda Lawson. And then I added the Enterprise D and I think the B. I added two of these things, and It was either the A or the B. I can't remember. Anyway, I added all those figures to my collection, and that is about it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick update, but I just wanted to share that with you guys since it's a new year, and we're going to start adding more things to the collection, and we'll go from there. But stay tuned, because we're going to start doing the statues and whatnot from my collection, and I'm really excited to talk about those. So if you guys like this video, please share it with your friends, like it, and if you have any questions or concerns, please share that in the comments. I'd love to add those. And guys, remember, the purpose of these videos is to help you guys learn how to collect at least the way, avoid some of the problems that I've had to go through if you want. So guys, 2018, new year, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.